the writing process started about 3 years ago, roughly.
It was really different than any other album that I've done before. We learned and grew from the projects that we've all been in prior to this.
Writing this record initially started as there were a couple of ideas floated around. We talked about doing 2 different EPs, releasing a couple of different EPs, one with a bunch of aggressive songs and one with some mellower tunes. And so we worked back and forth on a bunch of ideas. Some were older, some were much newer.
I had some drum parts that I had programmed on my laptop and sent to Rob, and he sent me some emails of some guitar demos, and he would record guitar tracks over what I had programmed and sent to him, and I would program over guitar tracks that he'd sent to me. So we just kind of pieced together some kind of structured demo for each song, a bunch of songs actually. Hell, there's probably another 10 or 15 songs that aren't even on this record that are that old, you know.
I think we knew that it was just as important to, do the demo process, and we did a lot of file sharing in that process where Scott would send Rob some drum tracks and he would lay some guitars on it, and eventually it would make it to me and I'd lay bass tracks on it from my living room.
And then we'd bounce those back and forth until we'd get together and practice, and we'd come into practice knowing the songs ahead of time a little bit, being familiar with them made it easier for us to kind of jam them around, play them, see how we felt, see how we liked the structures, the arrangements, and then start really breaking ideas down.
And we'd all get it together, and then Dustin, our singer at the time, would put some vocal melodies to it, and then we'd start writing words.
The process developed from 2 potential EPs into let's just make a whole full-length record, because as we started mocking up demos for, well, what's a 5 or 6 song EP going to feel like with which combination of songs, it became more and more apparent that just musically there was a theme, there was a thread. And I grew up on classical music thanks to my mom, and so the notion of symphonic movements and themes within a greater story has always been part of my musical language. And as we started mocking up these songs in demo form and EP form concepts, they became apparent to all of us. And so it just kind of grew and became a long form album.
So writing process it finally took off, and when it did, everything just finally it just clicked. And then the recording process, it really pretty much solidified everything, just brought everything together.
You name a couple of the songs from the record.
I don't know. The sin that's, I don't know, something about sin. They're all one-word songs because they don't know more than one word.